Hello and thank you for joining us for today's Tuesday Online Exclusive. I'm Baylor Rodman.
And I'm Ashley Moran. Today, over 1 million Americans are evacuating in preparation for Hurricane Dorian. The storm is currently off the coast of Florida and may potentially make landfall in the Carolinas. Our Brian Ray spoke with students whose families are planning for Dorian's effects.
A Category 5 hurricane ripping through the Bahamas. And it's just getting started. According to the Registrar's report, more than 500 Elon students are from states in Dorian's path. Elon sophomore Cole McCurdy from Jacksonville Beach, Florida, says his family is always careful when it comes to hurricanes.
Unpredictability is just the name of the game. It's you can't these models can show where it might go, but we've never known where it's going to hit.
McCurdy says with hurricanes being a normal part of his life, his family knows what to expect.
I really do feel for people that have not gone through it before because this is easy for me, but for them I can't imagine.
Elon sophomore Anna Sutton's family just moved to Savannah from Boston, where hurricanes are few and far between.
I don't know how the house is going to hold up yet because I haven't lived there for very long.
She says her parents have stocked up on food and water and continue to follow the forecast.
Not knowing exactly when it's going to hit or exactly how bad, I think is a little bit hard.
Hurricanes aren't new for Charleston native Emma Sossaman. Last year, South Carolina was evacuated for Hurricane Florence, which left an everlasting mark on her family.
That included my grandfather, who had dementia and Alzheimer's. And the stress of the actual evacuation is what caused his death.
Sossaman says for Dorian, her family isn't taking any risks.
If there's a 4% chance of water damage or flooding, my family decides to evacuate because that means about 10 to 12 inches of rain, and that can flood your car.
As of now, all 3 students say their families haven't decided if they'll evacuate yet.
Experts from the National Hurricane Center recommend getting enough supplies for at least 3 days, making an evacuation plan, and if you're staying put, practice going to a safe shelter. In an email this afternoon, Vice President of Student Life John Dooley said there is no anticipated disruption to normal campus operations.
Construction began today at Mill Point Building 120 after a partial floor collapse. The incident took place following a party Saturday night, leaving the floor to sink 3 inches and creating cracks in the ceiling of the apartment below. 7 Mill Point residents were relocated to the Colonnades neighborhood, and Director of Building Trades Tim Dengler says that the students could be out of their apartments for a while.
Right now, it's too early to tell cost-wise, but it will be a significant effort, probably 3 to 4 weeks minimum.
Physical plant and fire marshal investigated the structure, determining that the other residents of the building were not in any danger. We will continue to follow this story on our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
6 stores outside the Elon Community Church are starting a discussion within the Elon community. Our Maeve Ashbrook found out why the church put the doors up and how the community is reacting.
I think it's inspirational.
Robert Googe is a minister at Pinnacle Ministries in Burlington. He and his wife Joyce were taking a walk in downtown Elon when they saw these doors outside the Elon Community Church.
Doing this opens up the door to say, like, look, this is an inviting place, especially in the type of world and environment that we're living in right now where so many people are fighting against each other.
The message reads, God's doors are open to all, with a different religious symbol painted on each door. And while senior pastor of the Elon Community Church, Randy Orrig, says reaction to the doors has been mostly positive, sophomore Daniel DeRosiak just asks community members to also respect churches that enforce strict rules.
Personally, although some hardcore Catholics might disagree with me on this, I think if you're LGBTQIA, if you're one of those members of the community and you want to come in and celebrate Mass with us, you're more than welcome. However, I do believe that if you respect some of our more set-in-stone traditions, such as the marriage tradition between a man and a woman.
For those who disagree with the message, Orrig has a response.
And we knew that there would be some disagreement, because not all churches, unfortunately, welcome everybody. They might welcome, but they expect change. We don't expect that kind of change. We believe that people are who they are, and that God loves them for who they are.
You know, if they don't agree, that's fine. And you can explain to them why the doors are up so they can get a better understanding. So once you get the knowledge of it, then you can choose which direction you would like to go.
This is the first year that the Elon Community Church has put these doors on their property. Orwig says the idea for the project came from an Elon alumnus and former ECC intern, Jonathan Chapman.
All the news that we have for you today. Thanks for joining us.
For all the news you need to know when we're not on the air, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, and follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
And catch us 10 a.m. Eastern on ELN Mornings, Thursday morning. See you then.